Good morning. So it's the big day of the 2019 Bullock Smithy, which is a small jaunt through the Derbyshire countryside. I'm going to be doing 56 miles, 21 kilometres today, with over 7,000 foot of ascent. At least I'm going to attempt to. Got 24 hours to do that. Yeah, very apprehensive because I'm doing it by myself, although there are another 300 odd people taking part. So I'm just preparing myself with some coffee, some painkillers because I've got a bad knee, which is really good, and porridge. Yeah. Just checked in, just done the kit check, and we've got about 2 hours until the start time. So hopefully I'll get to know a couple of people while I'm in here and make some friends, because we need to join up with some groups for the night section. Yeah. So what is the Bullock Smithy? Well, the Bullock Smithy is a long distance hike which is organised by the 3rd Hazel Grove Scout group. It comprises of 56 miles through the Peak District, going from Hazel Grove over to Lime Park, Castleton, Peak Forest, back over to Mac Forest, and then down the Middlewood Way. You've got 24 hours to complete it. It's got over 7,000 foot of ascent, I think it is. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. It's certainly the longest distance I've ever walked. I think it's going to be very much a mental challenge, not just a physical challenge. I think blisters are going to be a concern. Yeah, I mean, there's 14 checkpoints, so I'm looking at it as in 13 sections. So if I look at it as a 5k walk, followed by another 6k walk, followed by another 10k walk, that's the way I'm preparing my mind for it at the moment. So yeah, I mean, everything's building up inside there. Everyone's registering. Still got an hour and a half until we have to get over to Devonshire Park playing fields. But yeah. Right, start line now. I've just picked up my card, which I'll be getting stamped at the 14 checkpoints along the way. I am at entry number 19, the famous anvil, which will be struck at exactly 12 o'clock to signal the start of the Bullock. So we're just about to start. Wife and the kids have turned up. So they're just about to strike the infamous anvil, which will be starting with the Bullock Smithy.
And the money will raise from this event. So thank you very much. I hope you all have a great day. I've got a couple of announcements with regards to the route. First one is just have a great day. I'm going to be sweeping from Castleton through to Walker Barn, so I don't want to see any of you. Okay, have a great time. Thank you very much. And away you go.
So the first kilometre, only 90 to go. We just come across the bypass, the new bypass, and now we're heading out through Hockley, higher point in Hockley, and then going into Lime Park, which is 4 or 5 miles that way. Higher points in now. Just walking up towards the canal. Yeah, a bit worrying. My right calf has been cramping. I'm not sure whether it's cramping or whether it's something to do with my old Achilles injury I had a couple of years ago. Which ain't a good start. It's eases off on the flats, but going uphill, it bloody hurts. So we just have to see how I can manage that. But yeah, everyone seems to have just gone off. There's probably about 30 or 40 people behind me. So whether they've gone off too fast or whether I've gone off too slow, I'm happy with this pace. I'm doing about 5k an hour, so I'm just going to push on like this. We've got the first sight of Bowstones, which is our first checkpoint. Just have to get up there raises up a few hundred metres, so it's going to start getting a little bit painful in a few minutes. 5.5 kilometres into it, we've just entered Lime Park through South Park Gate, and we're heading up to Bowstone, which is our first checkpoint. Every time we get to a gate or a stile, there's a big bottleneck, which is nice actually, because it gives you a bit of respite in between the marching. But we're now into it, 5.5 kilometres into it, which is a good pace, especially seeing as though this is one of the big uphill sections. Oh, I made it to checkpoint 1, which is up at Bowstone. We're an hour and a half into it, so 10k an hour. 10k an hour and a half, which is 6k ish. What's on the table over there? Thank you. 194.
194. 194. Drinks on the table.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, what's your name?
So, past Bowstones now, which is checkpoint 1, which is 5 miles into it. So only another 51 miles to go. Well, I'll say about 50, seeing as I'm just past that. Just helped myself to a banana, and we're heading down towards Disley at the moment, but then we're going to swing right, then head below Whaley Moor, and then down into maybe Chinley, is it? I think. I'm not actually using my maps at all at the moment. I'm just following the crowds, and hopefully they know where they're going. It'll save on a lot of navigation and battery power as well. Across the Disley to Whaley Road, and we're heading down to the A6 and crossing over into Chinley, I think. The ominous peak of Kinder is in the distance, quite foreboding. I need to climb up over to Edale Cross and down into Jacob's Ladder before descending into Edale, but that's a while away yet. I'm not going to be up there for another couple of hours. I'm really not doing well. We're a few kilometres outside Chinley. I'm so tired. We're going up towards Chinley Chin. I'm getting cramp in my toes for some bizarre reason. But next checkpoint's coming up in about a kilometre. I'm going to have to sit down and just have a rest, because I've not stopped since the start, which was 3.25 hours ago. Bit disappointed with the pace I've got at the moment, but so that was checkpoint 2. Should be about 20k in it after 3 hours and 20 minutes. So I've lost a good 20 minutes from the initial pace, but we'll keep cracking, see how far we can get. I am starting to suffer a lot of impact pain from my feet, which is a bit of a pain. Tried my best to stop that with cushions, insoles, and plasters and everything, but it's a beautiful view. Although see that tree, I just want to sit under it and sleep now. Got like the Snickers bars, just sit there. Oh, could someone bring me a gin and tonic for the next checkpoint? That'll push me along to Edale Cross, which is one of the highest checkpoints, which will be fun. Well, I'm 4 hours into it now. I've done well over 20k, and we're just approaching Kinder. So you know Kinder, but we're going up onto Edale Cross, which I've never done, so that'll be interesting. I don't really know where I'm going, so I need to go and check the map. Well, we're coming up to the top of Edale Cross. which is pretty much the top of Kinder. I'm buggered. My legs are killing. Energy sapped. I need to get down into Edale, have a good drink, have some food, have a 20-minute break, because I'm absolutely sapped right now. And the way I'm feeling, there's no way I'm making it, especially without any team support behind me, which is probably the most difficult of all, doing it by myself at the moment. It's a checkpoint coming up, number 3 of 15. There. Well, just descending Jacob's Ladder now, which will take us down into the Edale Valley, about 4 kilometres away from the Edale checkpoint, and then it's a couple of miles over to Castleton. Now, I've really got to be at Castleton before the sun goes down, just because I need to get motoring. But yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's enjoyable. It's bloody hard work, to be honest with you. But whether I prepare myself, I don't think these shoes are the right ones. I'm taking too much impact stress on the bottom of my feet, and they're slipping quite a lot on the muddy sections. So it's a bit challenging. Down into the Edale Valley, and we're just approaching the Edale checkpoint. It's getting a bit chilly down here actually on the valley floor. It's only 5:45, so we've still got a couple of hours until sundown. Hopefully on the other side of Castleton and towards that forest. I can't remember the name of the other side. Peak Forest, that's it. But yeah, we're about a kilometre from rice pudding and fruit, which will be nice. We're at the Edale checkpoint, boys. So after 6 hours, we're 30 kilometres in, which is a third of the journey, but I've just been informed that we've actually done half the ascent, which is fantastic. Now we've got 2 big ascents coming up. We've got Holland's Cross and then coming out of Castleton on the other side. So once they're done, allegedly we've not really got any uphills until Macclesfield Forest, which is closing in on the finishing line. So just keep pushing on. My feet are very sore, but bearable. I've gone through some horrible moments where I've wanted to quit. But to be fair, I've started to meet up with some people at regular points, and we're keeping each other going. Right then, we're just walking through the beautiful Hope Valley. Got down to the floor of the valley, probably about half a kilometre or so until the Castleton checkpoint. First, the sun is going down, so I'm hoping they'll let me go by myself for the next stage. There should be an hour's worth of light left, but they might make me join a group, which I don't really mind, but I don't want to slow anybody down. This has been one of my biggest fears about joining another group. So, but we shall crack on. There's a few people behind who I'm quite friendly with. Don't know the names yet, but I'm sure that'll all become apparent in the next few hours. Now this is a test in Castleton. Walking past pubs. Here's another one. Oh, this is agony. Just one beer, I'm sure it can't harm. Just stay on target. Oh, just climbing out of Castleton. At the last stop, I had a spoonful of salt because I've been cramping, and then proceeded to vomit violently in the car park, which was fun. So I feel really quite shit right now, but oh well, never mind. I'm sure I'll get past it. So the sun's going down now. We're just in between Castleton and Peak Forest, probably about a kilometre and a half away from Peak Forest, which is the next checkpoint. Going's actually quite nice after we got that big hill out of Castleton, and the sky is just beautiful. Obviously it's going to get dark by the time we leave Peak Forest, so, and it's starting to get really cold, so I'm going to get my jumper on and get my trousers on. Before we came in, we're just at where the hell are we? I don't know where I am. High Peak is now. Peak Forest. Peak Forest, 24 miles in, which is 40 kilometres. The next one is Millersdale in 4 miles time. So yeah, we'll just keep going. Not feeling too bad at the moment. So I think I found myself a few people to walk with. We're just unfortunately we've had a couple of hours drop out of this one. So yeah, just keep going. Well, I've not done a report for a while. We've been to Millersdale, and we're just on our way to the next stop, whichever that is. I've hooked up with Steve and Julia, I think, and Helen, who are in a walking group based in Derbyshire. They've done quite a few 50s, but they seem to be going at a good pace for me. So I've decided to join them, and they've kindly taken me into their ranks. So my feet are absolutely killing. My little toes, certainly blisters. I'm a bit worried that my toenails are going to come off. But we're a few kilometres, a few miles now over the halfway point. So onwards and upwards. We head on the tail back towards Macclesfield now. But that's at least 4 or 5 hours away. Checkpoint coming in. "32 miles. There we go. So it's now 1 o'clock in the morning. We're just heading our way to East Sterndale or something like that, which is our next checkpoint. Yeah, very tired. Extremely tired. It's now 1 o'clock, so obviously we've been walking for the best part of 13 hours and on my feet for that amount of time, so my feet are absolutely killing me, which is a bad thing. Little toes, hopefully I'll have some toenails left, but they're really suffering, so oh well, we'll carry on. So we're delayed a little bit in Sterndale. Julia's picked up an injury, which is a bit of a shame, so she needed medicating, and we have to wait for the painkillers to kick in properly before we could move on. So the pace is going a little bit slower. We're only half an hour, 20 minutes outside the cutoff for the last place. So we need to try and motor on, because the next place, obviously, their cutoff is about 2 hours later. So we just have to make sure that we get there in time, because we don't want to miss the cutoff. Because after the cutoff, that's it pretty much. So we're about 4 kilometres from the next one. So we're doing all right. We'll get there in an hour, so we'll make up time on it. But yeah, this is Helen.
Oh, hi there.
She's one of my gang I picked up. Big Steve. Hello. And Julia, who is. Are you feeling okay?
Yes, thank you.
Good. Okay. Well, we're just going past Mac Forest. I'm really screwed. My legs, my feet. Oh, it's just pure pressure. Anybody who wants to do this? Oh, I don't know. Bit of an idiot. This is the first and last time I'm going to be doing it. Unless I don't go with this bloody line, which unfortunately is looking a bit doubtful at the moment. Because I've only got 5 hours. 4 3/4 hours to get to. Was it 4 3/4? Jesus Christ, yeah, 4 3/4 hours to get to Hazel Grove. It ain't going to happen. be so good. But never mind. So there's not a lot of documenting at the moment. We're just grinding it out, just trying to get to the final checkpoint before the last 10k slog. Because we're struggling for time. I don't know whether we're going to do it. We're just underneath the White and Nancy at the moment in Bollington. So we just need to go on to try and find the canal and then move on from there. So, yeah, sorry enough for not blogging because it's just been hell on earth. It's with 2.85 kilometres to go. We've got about an hour to complete it, so I should do it. Unfortunately, I've just felt my little toenails on both feet slip off. Oh, I feel sick. I'm in a lot more pain now. I've let my friend go because I'm slowing down. Oh my god, it feels all mushy and horrible. I feel quite sick. Oh.
You haven't crossed the line yet. Go. Oh my god, these things, isn't it?
So here I am the morning after the Bullock Smithy. I've managed to catch up with some sleep. My entire body feels like I've been in a boxing match with Mike Tyson. Yay! I completed it. 23 hours and 4 minutes. The last half of the Bullock Smithy through the night section was just so painful. If it wasn't for my comrades in arms who I picked up in Castleton, Steve, Julia and Helen, I don't think I would have made it. Helen certainly gave me the courage to keep going through all my pain through the last section, certainly down the Middlewood Way. We kept up. In a matter of fact, my Strava record shows that my fastest pace was down the Middlewood Way within the last 10k of the entire route. So to do that was just fantastic. So, if you see this video, I'd really like to thank you, and please get in touch with me because I'd like to go out and buy you a beer for that. But yeah, you don't really see it in the video, the emotion that I went through as I was walking down when I was walking up to the finish line at 3rd Hazel Grove, I spontaneously burst into tears at the traffic lights as the bridge came into view. I can't even describe to you the pain and relief of actually completing it, because even as you saw in the video, from the start all the way through, all it is me complaining about my feet and my toes and everything else. I did lose my little toenail on my left foot, which is fun. Yeah, would I do it again? Possibly. It's a beautiful, well-organised event. The Scouts and everyone involved in the organisation and everybody at the checkpoints keep you going. They are a beautiful morale booster throughout, and everything was brilliant. The organisation, fry up at the end. It's an event which you should try at least once. I'd like to say I'd try it again. Maybe next year I'll help out with all the checkpoints. But thanks for watching the video. There are other videos at this link here, and yeah, I hope to see you on future walks, and maybe the Bullock Smithy 2020. Take care. Cheers.